Hi everybody, this is the football, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, welcome back to the football hut, and hopefully you like this video and hit that subscribe button. Here we go. We're going to talk about the second number one pick that the Giants had in the 2025 NFL draft, and that's Jaxson Dart, quarterback from Ole Miss. I'm going to talk about him in this video. I got an article and a couple of things to talk to you about. Some SI, interesting article by them. How the Josh Allen process led the Giants to Jaxson Dart. The Giants looked high and low for the guy with some of the same qualities Bills quarterback once showed New York Giants GM Joe Schoen and the requisite talent to win at the position. This should be an interesting article. It may be a bit much to say. Joe Schoen set out after Daniel Jones tore his ACL in 2023 to find the next Josh Allen. Those aren't easy to get, but the Giants GM was with the Bills as GM Brandon Beane's number 2 when Buffalo deftly moved up the draft board through a slew of corresponding moves to land Allen with the 7th pick 7 years ago. So 2018 isn't a bad point of reference for him. At one moment in that process that Shane specifically recalled as he and I talked last week, the writer, was flying to Wyoming to work Allen out that March as the Bills got religion on the cyborg of a quarterback in a way that had little to do with how he threw a football. To me, part of our process is just having these people, the kids, communicate with us. Can they do it themselves? Can you set up a dinner? Can you make sure the video guy is there to record the pro day? Can you make sure you have receivers there to run routes? Like, those are simple things that you and I would be like, yeah, no problem. So you need somebody to do that for you. Are you independent? Okay? Especially if inadvertently Allen let the Bills know. He was flying from Fresno to Denver to work out. He had a buddy set to pick him up and drive him to the 2 hours from the Denver airport back to the Laramie, Wyoming campus. He got delayed. The crew planned to get steaks. The Cavalryman, a centuries-old chop house near campus, but they were closing at 9. Okay? So this is, I guess, just a rundown of so the story of him meeting Josh Allen. So I guess that's how they he kind of had the sort of similar feeling about Dart in this, I suppose. Now, Jaxson Dart was selected 25th overall in the 2025 draft. And there's been a lot of sort of things that people have been talking about online, what the fans think, what analysts think, and there's these debates that are going on about the quarterback. Fans and analysts are trying to figure out his developmental potential and role in 2025. Because Dart's status is as a developmental quarterback, with many noting his unlikely to play in 2025 due to veterans Russell Wilson, Jameson, Winston ahead of him on the depth chart. A lot of people have praised the Giants' plan to let Dart sit and learn, with some calling him a perfect fit for Brian Daboll's system due to his toughness and his playmaking ability. However, others express skepticism, citing his need to improve post-snap decision-making and performance under pressure. That's obviously going to be an issue going forward, that's for sure. And let's not forget that Dart's going to be compared to Shedeur Sanders. The Giants' decision to trade up for Dart instead of selecting Sanders, who fell to the 5th round, and unfortunately, adding insult to injury to what happened to him that day, he got selected by the Browns in the 5th round. This comparison is going to be a polarizing topic for everybody. People are going to be saying that the pick is laughably sad. This is about Dart, and that, of course, Sanders is so much better. But if Sanders was so much better, why did he get picked in the 5th round? It's 144th overall. People are optimistic. Fans are optimistic, and he has leadership qualities. Dart's leadership and competitive fire are generating positive buzz, with a lot of people highlighting his elite leadership skills and ability to thrive. Hopefully, New York's market, I don't know. We'll see. It's tough here. Now, Brian Daboll's come out in admiration for some of the things that Dart's able to do that's sort of Josh Allen-like. He's described him as a culture builder who leads like a veteran despite being 21. We'll see. And I know a lot of fans are excited about his potential to pair with Malik Neighbors. That's going to be a lot of fun. It really is. And that's going to be quite a dynamic grouping, moving forward for both players and hopefully for the Giants. And now this is a bit of a reach. Some people didn't think that he was a 25th overall pick. PFF said that he was a 131st prospect. So they went way over. And he is a big reach, a lot of people are saying. Some people mock the Giants selection with comments labeling the front office as bumbling buffoons. Hey, that's how it is. You never know with young guys. It's also a lot about what's inside too. A lot of people point to Dart's struggles with full field reads and pocket presence, though supporters counted that his athleticism, fit, and Dable's offense justify the pick. We'll see. Giants have not had a good offense for a long time. It's going to be interesting. But it's going to be interesting camp. It's going to be an interesting preseason. But really, the whole thing with him is camp, because with Winston here and with Russell Wilson here, he's gonna have a tough time, playing. And I don't know what kind of year the Giants are going to have. They're going to have a very difficult schedule, and they have the most difficult schedule in the NFL, quite frankly. So these veteran guys are going to get quite the beating by very good defenses in the year. And the thing is about Dart has time. There's no, in my opinion, there's not a lot of pressure on him. It's not a situation where they're throwing him in the water right away. They're just going to give him let him develop and see what happens. And we'll see what kind of quarterback whisper we have in the coach. The coach has never had in the 3 years that he's been here a player that's a quarterback for him to mold. He has not had that. So that's the one thing that we're going to learn now about the coach, is how is he going to grow this particular player. And we're going to see. And if not, he's going to be gone. The GM's going to be gone. I can guarantee that. If Dart's a disaster, even as a third string, as a quarterback 3, then everybody's going to be gone, and they'll just hold on to some of these defensive players, and then they'll draft another quarterback. I would mention about the draft this past a couple weeks ago. This was not considered a very good draft for quarterbacks. Last year's draft was better. Cam Wood would not have gone number 1 last year. Shedeur Sanders might have gone later in the draft. Who knows? Same thing with Dart. But we're going to find out. You let me know what you think about this video. And, of course, please subscribe to the Football Hut, and I'll see you later.